Dude. Dude. Yo, Max. For comms, do you use push to talk, push to mute, or voice activation? Yo, 1 second. Before I do any of that, I'm just gonna go live because I always just sit here and talk to no one, or I talk to you all, but uh, I'm just a anonymous screen. Yo, I'm here. Oh, also, I know my room's empty right now. We have like movers coming tomorrow, so I had to make room for shit. Anyways, what someone said was, Max, do you use push to talk, push to mute, or voice activation? What's best and why? Well, first of all, you said push to mute. I don't know what the fuck that means. Do you mean toggle mute? Like, you press your push to talk button, but instead of holding it down to talk, you just toggle muting on and off. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I don't even know what the fuck push to mute. Isn't push to mute and push to talk like the same thing? Oh, I guess it would be, I mean, not really, I guess. Like, so wait, you're basically always voice activated? And then you just push it purely to mute, and then it like... I don't know if I've ever met anyone that's ever used that. That's crazy. I guess it's like... I guess that's not really even close to push to talk. It's more like voice activation, but you also care about your friends. You know? It's like voice activation, but if you have to cough or sneeze, you're not just going to slam that shit into the Discord, you know? Using push to talk is padded room behavior. I just think push to talk is just too, like, it's just bad. Like you're holding down a key while gaming kind of stinks. You know what I mean? You didn't even mention the best thing in my opinion, and what I use, which is toggle mute. You're always on voice activation, but you just mute your mic when you're not talking, and then you toggle that to being unmuted when you are talking. Like, basically, at least for me, raid leader guy, right? If you're playing the game in raid leading, holding down a button for like most of the fight is completely unusable. Like, that's dog shit, right? So you have to do that, but I mean, I guess that's like more similar to push to mute, I suppose. You were describing the same thing as push to mute. No, I'm not. All right, so here's what toggle mute is, or at least unless I'm misunderstanding push to mute. What toggle mute is I could talk for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to press a button one time, and then I can not talk for 2 minutes, and I'll be muted. And then I'm going to push that button again, and then I can talk freely. Push to mute, at least maybe I'm taking it too literally, would be I'm talking for 2 straight minutes, and then I want to be muted for 2 minutes. So I hold down the mute button for the entire 2 minutes instead of just once. That's what I'm assuming push to mute is. And if that's not push to mute, no, you're right. All right, well then push to mute's trash. Just toggle that shit. Why are we holding down a key to mute? That's terrible. That's objectively worse than toggle. What is it? Yeah, you are thinking push to mute is similar to push to talk when it's just toggle. Okay, well, if that's actually what it is, then you're right. Where basically what I'm saying is toggle mute and push to mute are the same thing. Then push to mute is just it's just bad terminology because everyone knows what push to talk is. That means you hold down a button to talk, and then when you let it go, you ain't talking anymore, right? So if you're saying push to mute, which is using most of the same terminology, you're assuming you're doing the same thing, but for the other word you're saying mute instead of talk, right? But I mean, semantics, who knows? Basically, to answer your question, push to talk is for psychos. Voice activation perma without any way to mute it is for psychos. And toggle mute or push to mute, whatever you call it, is goated. Also, why is your stream 720p? I couldn't tell you, man. It doesn't matter, though. Are you guys even really looking at anything? Look at Rep ET. Buddy. Reptar. Why do you always go the other way? He's so good. Hi, buddy. Hi, Reptar. What happened to the couch? I got rid of it. I'm getting a new couch. It gets here tomorrow. So currently, the only way for Reptar to stay in here is that big-ass dog bed back there. That's way too big for him, by the way. He's just way bigger than he should be. Are you a Doom guy? No. I mean, I actually, to be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever played a Doom game. But as far as I know, I think Doom is just like, you're just running and gunning, right? There's not much to the game. It's just like crazy monsters coming after you and you just got to shoot them. And it's like really fast paced and you run through everything. You know? Isn't that like the bit? Isn't that what Doom is? I mean, that's a few steps below the level of stimulation required for me to play games right now. That's some basic ass shit. That's some normie. I mean, I would argue. I hope I'm not offending anyone here. Would Doom qualify as a pretty normie game? I think so. I think if you're like a normie gamer, like you'd love Doom. It's just one of those games. Not to say that makes a game bad, but yeah. But also, Doom is like, I don't even know if that's because like, isn't Doom? You gotta like kind of get good at it. Like it's trying to kill you a lot, and you gotta just go faster. Like basically, someone would be bad at playing Doom would be someone who's just like walking around corners real slow and like trying to kill things from ranged, rather than like flying through the fucking game. It's a lot of sensual stimulation, but not as strategic as in tactical as WoW. Bro, after playing Expedition 33, I'm just like, I need to feel that again. So I've been looking at playing like different turn-based games. I had someone recommend like Metaphor Fantasio. I don't care about the story at all. It's just gameplay. And maybe I'll try that, but I'm coming to the conclusion that I'm pretty sure that Expedition 33 is just like way fucking better than all of those games, unfortunately. How many hours is Expedition 33? I think on my playthrough it was... I mean, my Steam shows it as like 70 plus hours. That's definitely not accurate. I like left it on. But I want to say... I want to say my main save file is like 30 or something like that. Baldur's Gate 3 is legit a solid game for that if you rip it on the highest non-permadeath difficulty. Dude, would I be the first Baldur's Gate 3 player to just purely want the gameplay? If it's really that good. I mean, dude, maybe you're right, but I would literally skip every cutscene. Like, I just wouldn't even care about the story. I would just purely do it for the like the turn-based. If the turn-based combat in that game is truly that good, I'll give it a try for sure. I'm pretty sure I bought the game. That's the worst thing to do for BG3. Yeah, I know that would like instantly offend so many people. I'm just, I know what I like. Is the Riot MMO just dead forever? No. So what Riot does is they try to work on games. They try to create a game. They'll like go into R&D for it, and they're trying to create a game that they feel like is an interesting twist on the genre they're making, and it's also good. And like they basically they hire people, they make the game, but then they'll scrap it. Like what they've done for games before is like they've scrapped a game that they're still developing like 3 times, meaning they've hired a team, literally created the game, play tested it internally for years, and then killed it, and then started it up again, right? Just to make sure it's right. They have the money, time, and resources to do things like that, right? What I believe is true about the MMO is it is like the version that you all are aware of. So there was like a couple YouTube videos about it that popped off, even though they were very basic. It was basically just talking about like the lore. But I believe that version of the game was killed. People were waiting on it to get greenlit, and there was a lot of like interest around it, and it did not get greenlit. And I believe it got reset. I guess killed is the wrong way to put it for understanding it. I think it got reset, meaning I don't think they hire an entirely different team, but they basically just start from zero. I believe that happened the last time we really heard about the Riot. I think it was like maybe a year ago or more. So they could be decently on the way to a new game that will eventually get greenlit, or they could be decently on the way to something that will also get reset again. We just don't know, right? Is that why game devs say it takes way longer to release a AAA game instead of being a small dev team? I mean, maybe. I just know the Riot thing. I have no idea how like other AAA developers work. I think Riot's like kind of unique. It's really good on harder difficulties, talking about Baldur's Gate, I think. I played it for just the gameplay. It makes you think, don't care about the story. All right, you know what I'll do? I will do it, dude. I've never played Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to get back to you guys on it. And I'm going to skip every single cutscene, and I'm going to play just for the gameplay. And I'm going to tell you how the gameplay is. What about Metaphor Fantasio, Refantasio, or whatever? Did anyone play that? Is that like decent turn-based? Or am I just like so spoiled by Expedition 33 that every other turn-based game is not going to be fun? Didn't like Expedition 33. Okay. It was also has that Final Fantasy fan base that will send you death threats if you say anything negative about the game. That's not really surprising. There's a lot of things that people would like about Expedition 33, right? It's like made by a smaller team. It's a cheap game, like relative. It's not like full AAA pricing. I don't think it is made in Japan, right? So it's not like an actual JRPG, although that's not what defines that genre necessarily. But usually when I find people that will like wish death upon you if you don't like the thing that they like, it's usually in defense of Japanese IP. I've found. Like, there's a lot of Nintendo people like that. Nintendo famously has a lot of people like that. Obviously, Final Fantasy, Square Enix. But Expedition 33, I think, is French. So that's interesting that you have that. To be honest with you, it actually surprises me that you wouldn't like it. Me knowing nothing about you, because I think the game is actually insane. Like, it's so fucking good. It's a pretty good game, but I don't get the whole hype saying it's the game of the year. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you should play it. I mean, I played it, and I don't really have too many strong feelings about game of the year. I do not care who wins it ever. But that's one of the best games I've ever played in my life. It's insane. Max, you should check out Wakfu. Oh, few people have typed that. Let me just double check that it's not you over and over again. Because that's sometimes what happens. I'll like read the name a few times in chat, and I'm like, okay, I can play this game. This is a lot of people are saying it, and then every now and then it's just the same person that's saying it that made me think multiple people are saying it. Oh, it is you. God damn it, it was you 3 times. Okay, yeah. All good. Max, I haven't played meaningful WoW since Legion. Is there a guide explaining how gearing works now at different crest tokens and stuff? I don't know the answer to that, but there absolutely... This isn't the kind of YouTube content I would make, but there has to be just like a banger YouTube video that explains all of that. That sounds like something right up Dratnos' alley, right up Nagura's alley. Oh, Dratty T. Dratnos made it. Okay, well, there you go. Max, please leak what the fuck you yapped about in the Discord. No, I'm not leaking anything, but there is... I mean, I guess it depends on how much you care about it to, like... I just think, basically, if you guys are, like, you follow discourse surrounding WoW, just, you're going to want to be on the timeline tomorrow, because shit's about to go crazy. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow is what I heard. It could be, like, later in the weekend or something, but... There is some fucking wild shit getting announced. It is tomorrow? Yeah. Race World First related, nothing to do with our guild. It's on the EU side, but there's a lot of movement and some very interesting choices being made for sure. But it'll be spicy. Is it drama shit or game shit? Both, kinda. There's gonna be a lot of both. That's for sure. Oh yeah. Which Discord do you recommend to visit to check out that kind of information? Well, it depends on how hellish you want the thing you're reading to be, but I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know anything about WoW Discords. But probably your guild Discord, if you guys are talking about stuff, and definitely twitter.com if you're looking to... I'm sure the twitter.com will be crazy. Okay, I need to ask you guys a question, and especially people who live in LA, because I think the answer to this question, if you don't live in LA, is almost certainly no. But LA has really, really good sushi, so maybe it was figured out. My question is, can you order takeout sushi and it's great? Because it seems like the kind of thing that wouldn't be great if you ordered it for takeout. You know what I mean? Sugarfish is decent. Yeah, I mean, there's a Sugarfish pretty close to me. Wait, did they do takeout? That would actually solve my problem. I was unaware that they did. If they did it, I would trust that. Because it's also not too far, too. They do? Oh, yo, okay. I'm going to do that. Might even eat it live on stream. Give you all a little taste test. Please tell me it's on here. Oh, no. Is it like exclusive to, is it exclusive to, like, DoorDash or something? Or is it, is it like their own thing? Like, they deliver, but you have to, like, get it through them? Because it's definitely not on Uber Eats, for example, which is usually what I do. Dude, what is going on in YouTube chat? Guzzy, I was at the local pond today. Everyone knew your name. And he goes, obviously, I'm fucking famous, dog. Sorry, that was aggressive. I love you. And he came in honking too. Gotta fucking love YouTube, man. Does Sugarfish have financing options? Yeah. Dude, I forgot that's a real thing. Dude. You can fucking finance a burrito. Postmates only for Sugarfish? Wait, isn't Postmates literally Uber Eats? They bought it? So why would it not show up on Uber Eats? What the hell? Okay. Let me... Is it even still an app? Is Postmates even still an app? It is. Surely DoorDash has Sugarfish. I mean, I don't use DoorDash. I'm a Uber Eats enjoyer. Although, I do order enough delivery to where I should probably like see exactly which one costs me the most amount of money, you know? Actually, wait. Are there any other delivery fiends? Has anyone actually done... It probably depends on your area, but has anyone actually done that? Has anyone done the research? Do I have any personal connections? I have my girlfriend's sister works at DoorDash. I don't have any connection to Uber Eats except I did a commercial for them a few years ago, but that was just like for dollars. They didn't give me any like free shit or anything, you know? I mean, except for the dollars, if you think of it like that. I mean, they all rip you off. Max, if you already pay for Prime, you get DoorDash Premium for free with it. Ooh, wait, that's... Hold up. Okay, this is something I should do later. Actually, well, it isn't because I just simply need food now. You cannot get Sugarfish on okay, I'm just gonna search Postmates. I'm just quickly searching it. I'm just gonna quick little search. Because I just refuse to believe it. Max, all of the delivery services are usually 20% more expensive than ordering and picking up yourself, and DoorDash Premium still is 15 to 20%. I mean, yeah, I mean, so clearly what you're doing when you order delivery, right, is you are paying for your time. You are paying to have some of your time given back, so you don't have to do that. And I guess also maybe some mileage on your car and some gas or your electric bill if you have an electric car. So, and also convenience. And I will say, in my opinion, if you start having disposable income of any kind, among the most valuable things you can possibly do besides like investing it and investing in like your house and your apartment and like buying things that matter, like a bed, you know, like varying things like that. If you're a gamer, like a nice PC or whatever. But like, dude, just in general, buying back your time or paying for convenience is an extremely high tier way to spend your shit. He's so rich and out of touch, he doesn't even steal from liquid facilities anymore. That has, I think, little to do with that and more to do... I'm also not so rich, by the way. That's just, like, not accurate. Like, I don't want to say that and then someone is like, yeah, well, like, here's my situation and it's worse than mine. Like I'm good right now, right? But I'm not like the idea that if I'm trying to portray to you that I like make an insane amount of money, I don't think that's true. But the reason I don't go to Liquid to like just steal food from them because they have food being made every day is just it's because of traffic. Like the time that I would go to do that, it'd be 20 minutes there and 40 minutes back, or 40 minutes there and 20 minutes back for one meal. That's an hour of your day. That's not ideal, you know. If it was a little closer, I would definitely do that, I think. Okay, yeah, and now you guys are mad. Homeowner in LA. Yeah, all right, man. I get it. I'm just saying I'm not like rolling in it. Cooking would require effort. Um yeah, and I'm bad at it. My girlfriend's a good cook though. I've been enjoying that. You just got to stream more? Yeah, I do, for sure. But also like a lot of yeah, what I like doing on stream is like creating content and talking. Um there's only like so much you can do with that in the middle of the WoW season. It's really good in like betas, really good in PTRs, really good leading up to a patch, really good beginning of the patch and like the race the thing. But like if I was me 5 years ago, I would just be grinding Mythic Plus because I like that's just like who I was when I was that age. I just like wanted to play the game a lot. But dude, it's weird. I love playing WoW, dude. It's just I'm not trying to play games for all day. Also, just in general, gaming has become less of my hobby and more of my job, which is maybe bound to happen at some point if anyone's ever dealt with that. Um, yeah. Speaking of which, when the fuck is the 11.2 announcement? Is that late or something? I mean, I guess everyone's. If I've had anyone guess, it's like early or late August or something is 11.2. But would they normally um have announced that by now? So like I don't. So to answer your question, like I don't know where the announcement is, but I also don't think it's supposed to be like right now. We're only on week 8 or 9 or something. All right, yeah, yeah. When do we get to meet the GF? Is she coming to the next race? She can. I mean, she was around this race. Like, we were dating. She was watching my dogs at my house. But she has a... Would love to do that, I think. Has no desire to be known, like, publicly online, which I do respect. Wait, isn't today MDI day? Did that happen? I didn't even think about that. How do you rate her IO? This cup is what Mandatory and Perplexed are like the highest seeds, but like Dorky's team was like they weren't seated where they are is their skill level. Wait, okay, who the fuck are these teams? Suspicious Activities is someone I've never heard of. Svarnik. Dorky's team is tomorrow, day 2. Wait, there are multiple... What? Okay, I don't even... That doesn't matter. Okay, so, okay, 2 4-team days are played, And then based on what you played that day, that's when they ban stuff. And then the best two teams from each day compete on the last day, and then those top two teams go to the finals, the globals. That's how it works. Okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be interesting. So Ducks Can Fly is pretty good, and Perplex is pretty good. And I don't know if the team is called Goated or the Amazing Zoo, but one of these teams is like the dorky team. So there's like, this is like the only cup I think where there's like more than two teams that are you'd expect to go to globals are there. So maybe there's something. I mean, I won't be watching a fucking second of this shit, but Goated is such a dorky name. Yeah, especially because he doesn't even know what GOAT stands for. That's a real thing. He doesn't know what it means. I mean, he probably does now. Wait, did the Potty C release yet? Me and Dratnos did a little two-man Potty C yesterday. It was fun. Max, were you at Blizzard to do the test on the player housing? No. I was on vacation. I was on vacation, but I also didn't get asked to do that. So are we mad? Wait, actually let me check. It's possible that in like the WoW content creators thing, it's possible in like the WoW content creator Discord that they actually like asked people if they wanted to do. Yeah, they did. They were like, well, no, they said like, hey, the Boston 30th anniversary of Warcraft celebration is happening on this day. If you want like tickets or if you're interested, fill out this form. And I didn't do that. And maybe because it was like in close proximity to that. So maybe you had to do that. But either way, I wasn't asked. And I'm mad. It's not that I could have gone, guys. It's that it's just if I was included. They ain't giving you the housing preview after seeing your mogs. Yeah, also to be fair, like maybe they, by the way, I'm not actually mad. I don't care. I don't really care that much about housing. Like I think housing is great for the game. I'm really glad they're doing it. It's not my thing, right? Like Drados is a great person to have go to that. What is it? It was less of a can you stay an extra day if you are at, or you think it was like if you, can you stay an extra day if you're at PAX East and less them reaching out? I don't think so because Dratnos didn't go to that thing. He literally flew in just for the housing thing and then left. He like flew in and out within 24 hours and only went to that one thing. Bro, calm down. You're yelling at us. Oh my God. If all I can do is collect things and decorate my house, I probably won't spend much time with it. I think a lot of other people will, though. I think the main thing with the house stuff is it's another thing to collect. And this game is, like, pretty full of collectors. And what it'll do is, okay, now you want to collect the housing stuff, but to do that, you need to interact with other things. You need to go kill some old raid bosses, I'm assuming. Or, like, go do some, like, achievements. Or so it's like, it's probably a lot for collectors and other people, but the collectors are going to go collect other stuff, too, which I think is cool. What is it? Preach said that he got offered PAX tickets if he wanted to visit that before going there for the housing thing. So they definitely got reached out to. And now I'm mad again. Okay. Well, fuck. All right, by the way, I am going to order the sushi. And I'll tell you guys if takeout sushi is good. Spoiler alert, it's not. Bro, multiple LA people from my chat said that takeout from Sugarfish goes hard. And I've been to Sugarfish, and it's close to my house. And it, in fact, did go hard. Tempting fate right after food poisoning. Oh, dude, don't even remind me. That felt so bad. That felt so bad. All right, I'm getting this. I'm getting this, baby. Let's go. Sushi time. Apparently comes in a nice little box. Woo! Request utensils. Yeah, give me that shit. I'm saving so many dollars. Okay. How much is this going to cost me, though? Wait, okay, this is what I don't understand. Sugarfish is exclusive with Postmates, but Uber Eats owns Postmates. And I'm on Postmates now for the first time in years just to order this specific restaurant, and it is identical. It is identical. It is an identical app. Postmates and Uber Eats, unsurprisingly, are the exact same thing. It must be that Sugarfish signed like an exclusive Postmates deal a long time ago, and that before Uber Eats bought it. I just don't understand owning both things and having it be exclusive to a subset of Uber Eats. Oh, it's so weird. Max, I just got my jersey from the race, and these jerseys go hard. Yeah, you know what's kind of cool is making room in my closet for someone moving in here. I had to move all my Team Liquid stuff into my closet right here, like my streaming room closet. So I had like all my jerseys like kind of next to each other for the first time ever, and it was kind of cool going back and looking through them. But yeah, I do think that the jersey from this last race in particular was the coolest jersey we've made. It just aesthetically looks really sick. Wild that Max, of all people, doesn't instantly guess brand loyalty as the reason for keeping both apps. What? Your wife surprised you with a custom one with my character's name? Dude, that gives me a lot of pride. That would be the fact that what we do would be a cool gift for one of you by a loved one. They're like, dude, I know they like this thing, and they would be a cool, like basically being a cool gift idea. Sweet. All right, let's see this Dratnos video. Are you a cool gift giver? I'd like to think so, but I know people that are way better at it than me, so maybe not. Player housing, my hands-on experience.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ratnos, and today we have a player housing video. So me, a couple of other WoW creators, and some game journalists got flown out by Blizzard to play with player housing, the current like beta version that they have internal.
I just think the fact that they're showing off player housing at all this early shows a lot of confidence from them. They must know that this shit is really good, because that's a big risk. Like, you don't have to show this for a long time. And housing is like something that will be criticized. If it's bad or not like super fleshed out or anything, like people will be like, this is dog shit. Like, this is how are you guys selling us this? You sold us on player housing. This stinks. You know, they didn't do it right. And they went out and just are showing it hella early, which shows that it's probably going to be real good. Isn't it coming out this year and not next expansion? I did initially hear next expansion, but I know there's like some thought because of the roadmap that specifically the housing is coming or partially coming at the end of this year. I guess if you're a crazy optimist, you could say that maybe you think the next expansion is coming out this year. I think that's insane. I do think the next expansion is probably like next spring instead of next summer for a few reasons. Not any that I feel very strongly about, but yeah, but like, so is that the case? Dratno said pre-patch. Yeah, but like, I just don't think we're getting pre-patch in December at all. I think that's just too early.
Anybody outside of the company
could be wrong.
Got to test
I don't
it
know
out.
shit.
It was super sick. Very cool. and I'll tell you more about my thoughts on that. We also got a dev interview, which I teamed up with Preach to record a dev interview, so that'll go up on his channel. There may have been some audio issues. They're trying to figure that out, so hopefully it ends up turning out okay. Whenever I wake up, I'll put a link in the description to that video, or you just go find Preach's YouTube
Show me
channel,
the
and it's on one of
housing.
them.
Show me the housing.
Okay, so they also gave us some B-roll footage, and that would be what would be playing back here, except I actually think it's interesting enough and instructive enough that I wanted to just talk over it as if it wasn't B-roll footage and as if it was, you know, like the main event here for a while. So let's start off with that. So this is the footage that we have of player housing. So first of all, I'm going to pause this thing a lot to show you what we're looking at here. So this is the Alliance player housing zone. We didn't actually get to go outside in the test that we did. We were just inside. The way it works is that houses are instanced and the neighborhoods are instanced. And the neighborhoods are like persistent. So, I mean, this has been in their posts already, but if you're in a certain neighborhood with certain neighbors, you will stay in that neighborhood with those neighbors until you or they decide to move. It's not like, you know, going outside to Duratar and you might end up in a random shard each time.
Do you all already know who's going to be in your neighborhood?
It's not like that at all. It's a
What if
pretty
no one, what if no one wants to be your neighbor?
persistent place, although
That
you
would be
can
so
move
sad.
to, you know, join a different neighborhood if you want.
That would be so sad.
Get in one with your friends or your guild or your community. And then there are also public ones.
No, okay, there's so many WoW players who play the game, like, pretty alone. Oh, wait, am I, like, hella lagging right now? I think I am. It says I'm dropping insane frames for some reason. Huh. Why drop frames? Really? Unfortunate. Twitch L, another YouTube dub. Bro, it's not a YouTube W. It's dropping frames to YouTube too. Wait, but maybe, I mean, you're hella lagging. Dude. Okay, it might be time to go. Oh, that's so sad. Nobody was saying F, so I assumed it was on my end. No, I mean, I'm definitely dropping frames. Fuck. Okay, well, boys. Maybe this is a job for tomorrow. If it's true that I'm not actually lagging, YouTube, stay huge. And you guys are sick, but we'll see you in 2 weeks. Time for another break. I'm not taking another break. I should be live tomorrow.